Myself, Hubner, and Claudio Gordonelli was original gangsters for the track sprinting mafia guys for the 6 days because we had all the contracts and everyone joined us. So going back to 1991, the World Championships in Stuttgart, Germany, the whole summer and spring, everyone in this final was in Japan. We all raced in the spring season in Japan. So when we got to the finals of 8 guys, there was no one that was not expected to be in the final. All 8 of us lived and raced in Japan all spring long. Now we're in the World Championship finals. Booyah. The only American to participate in this particular World Championships, Gibby Hatton was before me, but as a mentor and a coach, he sought me through on how to get through this difficult process of winning the World Championships. Now, going back to the World Championships, my Italian sucks, my German was better, my Italian English was best. How's that? But myself, Claudio, and Michael, we decided to work together for this World Championships. All going for the win, but usually the German wins in Germany, and I was willing to help Michael Hubner win the World Championships as long as I get a medal. As long as I get a medal. So that meant that we would work for Michael to win the World Championships, but Claudio and I would race for second place. Now, what you don't see in the video when you play it back from the beginning of the World Championships, there was 2 heats before this final that is on film. I was fighting with the French guy, Fabrice Colas, for laps, and they stopped the race twice. And that's not on tape because we were fighting. Bumping shoulders, helmet to helmet, pushing, shoving, your hands on the handlebars, but there was a lot of pushing and shoveling to where I'm sure the guys in the back of us was probably going, whoa, 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 stay back. This was all off camera, so basically myself and Fabrice Colas was fighting on the motor, on who's gonna take the lead on the motor, because he's a kilo rider, so he can go from the front. Me as a sprinter, I'm looking to come around, but take the draft. But I wanted to be on the motor. So I wanted people to pass me, not me trying to pass people. And so we fought for lap after lap. 2 guns later, we were able to get off the race. But guns meaning that they blow the gun, stop the race, and we got warnings. I had a warning, he had a warning. There was no more warnings. We had to race and stay apart from each other. So going into this race, pow, the gun goes off. The 2 Japanese guys, 2 French guys, 2 Italians, 1 German, 1 American. This is your final. All eyes on us. The whole house, there's no one in the restroom, no one at the concession stands. Everybody's looking at this championship. We get out there, after we got already our warnings, we start our heat. Our final run. Of course, Fabrice Colas and I stayed away from each other, but I can always see him from the back in the distance, but at the same time I had to focus on my job at task of winning the World Championships. I said, if Michael screws up, I'm gonna win this thing. Kind of like that, but I'm still gonna race for him, but still racing for a close second. Fabrice come over the top of me right when the motor pulls off, and we dash but not fight because of the warnings. So I let him take the lead, and it's like, okay, now we have our lineup. And as you see in the video, myself, Michael, and Claudio's protecting Michael's wheel, and we charge at 285 meters, 1 lap to go. We're going full speed ahead. And sure enough, the plan works out where Michael comes over the top of me, Claudio comes over the top of me. I go to get on Claudio's wheel. Just as I come around turn 4, Fabrice Colas gives me a little hook that caused a little chain reaction of crashes behind me, but boom, half a pedal stroke, I lose a bronze medal in tears, and I sucked that year. For someone, typical American, you get 4th in the world and you're still bitching. But I ended up ranked 3rd, I believe I was 3rd in UCI points ranking going into 1992. As far as World Cup sprinter points or something like that, I was ranked 3rd overall at the end of the year. That was the only blessing, but I cried because I did not make the podium. And that was another tearjerker because of the fact that racing in Germany and not getting on a podium, I thought it was going to diminish me getting 6-day contracts the following year. But lo and behold, with the blessing, I had all the contracts. I was a good showman. Everyone loved my fight, to fight to the end and get all the warnings. And never been warned before like that from UCI. Never really had my hand my wrist slapped, you know, from the UCI like I did then going into this final. But here I am today to live and tell about it, that I am one of the original gangsters of track sprinting 6-day cycling.